Oh no, cryptos are dumping again. Look at this. Ethereum is below 2,900 now. Has the bear market started? Do you think now is the time to cut and run? Or now's the time to get in on the dip? Look what's happening. Okay, first of all, let's understand that Bitcoin is nowhere near in a bear market. In fact, the trend is still looking good from where I stand. Now, the issue is Bitcoin and Ethereum are in a different situation, very different situation. And Ethereum is the king of the alts, king of the altcoins. So yes, a lot of the altcoins have pulled back a lot and feels like a bear market, but that's because they basically follow, right, Ethereum. And Ethereum right now is being hit with some bad news. Now, that bad news is the ETF approval that we were expecting for ETH around May, right, decision date, has now been pushed back to August. And realistically, it's looking like Ethereum may not get real approval until sometime even later than that. But why is the situation different for Bitcoin? Well, because Bitcoin's already had its ETF approval. Not only that, guess what? Yesterday, we just had a double whammy dosage of good news for Bitcoin, right? More mainstream adoption, right? The third largest bank, Wells Fargo, and the largest bank in the United States and probably the world, which is JP Morgan, have both been buying the Bitcoin ETF. Imagine that. So the reason why JP Morgan is so significant is that just like BlackRock, JP Morgan, right, is kind of like the face of Wall Street, and its CEO called Jimmy Dimon, D-I-M-O-N, has also been a very strong and vocal opponent of Bitcoin. Basically says it's garbage, it's rat poison, like Warren Buffett says, and he's really against Bitcoin, but now they're actually buying it. Not a lot, just 10 Bitcoins, but that is very symbolic, right? That is very symbolic. Well, if it's so illegal, why are you buying $600,000 of it if such a scam? On the other hand, though, the ETH ETF approval has been delayed because the process has become so political, like everything else in the United States. So we may not get a decision until, say, after the election, because they don't want to, upset the political balance. They want the next party to get in, the next president, and in his next 4 years to make the final decision on where Ethereum is going. That's why the market now is sagging and pulling back. But I still think it's a bull market. See that Bitcoin is still above this major trend line support, right? Since 25K, October last year. And as long as it stays above this 57, 58K area and bounces off here in the next week or two, I think we're still pretty good. Ethereum, however, has broken down from its trend line. However, right, that's a very steep trend line. It can next go to a lower level of support, right, and a less steep trend line. And I also think the bull market for alts is still alive, so I'm buying more right here. Not